Hey, this is Beyond Aliens and the Occult. You can call me V, if you want to have a name. It's my initial letter of my first name, so the initial letter. But I want to talk more about, the entire Mandela effect, glitches and weird, repeating stuff that's happening and I'm happy that people are replying to my videos, and leaving comments with their own experiences and giving me validation on this ongoing glitched up reality we're experiencing, and that I'm not alone in this insanity experiencing it. And even my friend wrote to me yesterday, or it was maybe this morning. I saw the message this morning at least. That she also experienced these repetitions of when it gets repeated in your news feed, you see the same post several times, like it's a new one emerging. Like I mentioned in my previous video, you see, for example, somebody makes a post about something new happening in their life, and it appears like it's new each time, like it's a loop basically repeating itself. So somebody might say, "Oh, I got a new cat yesterday or today, and here's a photo of it," and they say the same thing. It happens maybe several times in a month. Like what the hell is going on, people? Why is time repeating itself? And it's very notable on the internet. So I'm happy to know that other people actually see it themselves and notice it, the anomalies, the glitches. I wanted to add more to that topic. I've actually seen people get replaced in front of me. I noticed that yesterday after making the video, the video about the recording, audio recording of the time loops, glitches, and repeated events that keep repeating themselves in my life. The one I published yesterday, that got me captured some weird hissing reptilian sounding EVP voices. Also that I analyzed there's an upload after that one. After I did that recording, I went straight out, for I headed to a forest where I normally take walks because I like taking walks in nature and forest. It helps me feel better and removes my anxiety and depression. I have a lot of that shit going on in my life, unfortunately. Like many people suffer from depression and anxiety in these dark times. Who wouldn't? It's just we live in a dystopian world and it's all falling apart. So it's not easy, it's not difficult to have a lot of anxiety these times. So I do head out to the woods and head for my normal walks. And since I don't have a car, I take the communal traffic. I believe it's called that in English. I was sitting on the bus looking out the window, and out of nowhere, an airplane just materializes in front of me. And this happens a lot of times, like I just look another direction, like I turn my head and I look back and an airplane appears out of nowhere, like it shouldn't just be there in just a matter of a second, it's like it's teleporting itself there, or it's a glitch in reality where it just all of a sudden it's placed there, like a loaded asset or something. So I see this airplane materialize in front of me, and just the fact that it materialized in front of me caught my attention. So I start staring at it, and do you know what happens? It actually freezes in air, like in these glitch in the matrix videos I've been watching on that impossible channel. I follow that channel, and I saw an airplane just freeze mid-air in front of my very eyes. It's the first time I see one of these glitches in reality myself, like so blatantly. So I get completely perplexed and start looking at it, and I think for a second that I might be able to record it if I'm fast enough with a cell phone. So of course the bus starts moving so fast I lose it behind the the rooftops, And when I try to zoom in on it with my camera, cell phone camera, it's too far away by now, and it's just a tiny blob. I can show you the footage here. I will add it. You can't see anything basically, even if I zoom in with an editing program. But it was so impressive when I saw it. I felt like a child, like a child, like it gets ecstatic and about something new. And it's either confirmation from the universe that we are living in a glitched reality, a simulation of some sort, advanced holographic, all of that, real matrix, uh, and it just was synchronicity from the universe confirming my theory instantly by that event, or it's one of these fake airplane UFOs, that I've researched. I was recording them and studying them for many years in the back. In the past, I actually I don't know, I lost count of how many recordings I made on my older channel. I have some of the uploads on my playlist here, so if you need to see it, want to see it, just check out for my UFO playlist on my YouTube channel here. I have made a specific one with my best recordings. And one of these phenomenons, I just not just me, but many other people who were following my videos and doing their own sky watching back then, saw were these fake airplanes, that just could stop in midair, and they were missing blinkers and could do maneuvers no normal jet plane or commercial airplane was able to do. Like I saw them sometimes just dive straight down into the forest mountains where there's no no way there's like a secret airport there, where I've even been to the places where they just drop down many times and there's nothing there. So it's either one of these fake airplane UFOs I saw, like pretend it was an airplane and just freeze in midair because it has anti-gravity technology and it's shape-shifting and metamorphic, so it's just creating an illusion for me, or it's a glitch in the matrix. But regardless, it was very, it caught my attention and made me, very fascinated because it was so close to the bus and in broad daylight too, And the other one I wanted to talk about was I started talking about it, but then I got derailed by this topic. That people just get switched out in front of you, uh, and on cars emerging out of nowhere, some dude wrote a comment on my one of my previous uploads confirming this happened to many people that we see as vehicles appear out of nowhere. It happens to me all the time. It's so annoying. It's getting so blatant too. I turn my head, and I turn it back, and there's a fucking car passing by that didn't, it had no evidence of being there before. There was no sound. There was no indication of something getting close to me. And I have very good instincts, and always know when somebody's watching me instantly. I can tell that if I'm walking somewhere, some random dude or woman is checking me out from a window for some odd reason. I can just tell apart. I instantly know where they're looking at me from. So these cars and these vehicles just appear out of nowhere. It's the same with airplanes in the air. It's like they're being placed there the same instant you look at it. So it's either a glitch in the reality, the matrix, or something else paranormal, something related to other entities, shape-shifting interdimensional powers that have the ability to literally be, I can't pronounce that word well, to be trickster entities for us, take the shape of anything in this reality, even vehicles, and well, shape-shifting to people probably, but yesterday when I was in the outdoor gym, like I said, I work out, I'm not a bodybuilder or anything. I just work out a lot to keep my depression and anxiety at bay and minimize my suffering and stay healthy. So I work out almost daily. I've been doing that for many years. Last yesterday, after the trip to the forest, I went home and rested for a while. Then I went out to the outdoor gyms. Next door here is an outdoor gym, and they have like deadlift machines that let you lift very heavy, above 400 pounds. So I usually work out on the heavy stuff. I'm no power lifter or anything, but it's like lifting heavy. It makes me feel good, that adrenaline pumping, and you feel strong and powerful, all of that crap. But so I started, lifting on the heavy machines, and the first thing I noticed when I arrived was a man playing with his children, with his daughter, I believe. It was, next to the outdoor gym. There is a playground. It's connected to the actual gym, so it's like two stations basically. The kindergarten, not the playground for the children, and the outdoor gyms. So I was on the outdoor gym, and I saw the dad and the daughter, and the dad looked like a typical Scandinavian Swedish person, and his daughter too. I'm doing a set, I'm doing a set. It didn't take me more than 20 seconds maybe, because it was a fast set. I was getting tired, so I did a quick one, shorter than the previous. And when I turn around, I swear, I'm not joking, that person has changed ethnicity from Caucasian looking Scandinavian to I don't know what country, but it was, dark haired and more dark skinned. So it was from another country, and his daughter had changed too. And this is impossible because this is a wide open area where it's a huge grass field. There's not many places to hide. And it takes a long time for you to walk out of the entire region there. You have to walk for a long time. And for me to not even see that person disappearing and walking away slowly some in the background, it's just impossible. It doesn't happen. I've seen people many times leave the outdoor gyms and the playground before when I finish the set. And they always are in the background somewhere. So they have been walking for a while, and I managed to catch them, from I see their backs, there are many meters away from me, so I know they started to walk away. But these people just got replaced out of nowhere. They got replaced in front of my eyes. It's just getting so strange. There's so many things just changing, and like some dude mentioned, landmarks are changing where in my town, my city, and in my municipality. I am always outdoors, in nature, and I see new stuff, new places. I thought I knew every place in my area because I spent so much time exploring since my childhood. But there was an incident last month when I was out with my daughter. We went to a new, not new, but we went to a spot I wanted to show her because she hasn't seen everything. She's just 7.5, so I'm showing her all the places I like, to create good memories for her in her youth, and to hopefully make her like nature and taking walks. So I showed her a hill, that I used to go up to, and we went to a forest region in that hill where there's like a cave. I remember from my childhood. So I showed her the area, and I noticed, why is there a different forest here I've never seen before? And I entered with her, and when I entered, it's like a new world, I never seen that space, that area. It's like I entered a new forest in another parallel dimension, and it caught my attention so much. I was staring at everything with amazement because it looks so different from what I expected. And then my daughter is looking at me like, Dad, why you look so amazed? Is it special here? I thought you'd been here before, she said. He said, yeah. Told her, yeah, I've been here before, but I don't recognize it. And she looked at me and said, oh, wow, that's strange. Yeah, it's strange, I told her. I don't know why. It looks very different, I told her. I don't remember all these paths and the fairy tale looking regions of forest here in this side of the hill, is I couldn't recognize anything inside there. I've been there many times before, and I couldn't recognize anything. Has this happened to you? I bet it's happened to you too. When you step outside and you visit old locations you've been for years visiting, and all of a sudden you see landmarks that are different, new things emerge out of nowhere, during the night, seemingly during the night. Basically, when you wake up, it's different. So who knows what's going on with this reality, people? How much it's getting changed, and as we speak, is constantly altering itself. It's constantly changing. It's constantly realigning itself to a new present. Parallel dimensions, a multiverse, everything is like intertwining now so much. It's getting out of hand. It's getting so blatant. It's no wonder all these videos are everywhere on the internet, myriads of videos of glitches in the matrix and reality. So I wanted to make a vlog about this. So this is like the first time I actually record myself just sitting, talking, and you can just see my feet here, I'm moving my restless legs. So it's like kind of a vlog, even though I don't feel no reason to show myself my face. And maybe I do it in the future. Like I said, I have nothing to hide. I don't feel no fear being seen, recognized. It's like so many people are into these topics today. It's not even taboo anymore. It's getting viral, basically. So I just like to keep a low profile and not get everything tangled up, basically. But that's why I did it like this. It gets easier too, because editing the audio and putting in photos or footage, it takes more time than doing it this way. So this was Beyond Aliens and Occult, aka V. Thanks for listening, and if you experienced all of this craziness with the glitches and replacement and objects appearing out of nowhere, please leave your comment below. I would like to know more about it, and I'm very interested in knowing about your own experiences. So thanks for watching this video and listening. Take care. Farewell.